Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Connie Douglas from Great Stamping with Connie, and I am coming to you today from my craft studio in Bancroft. So I am back at the cottage, which is an awesome place to be because it's very warm again. We had a little reprieve from the heat, and we're back into it again for, I think, until about next Tuesday. So it's summer and I love that. So, Thursday afternoon, time for Craft Spot. Welcome. And if you are here, let me know that you are watching or say hello if you're on the replay. And I'm just going to refresh this and see if we can get things coming up here. Okay, I think I see me. I think I'm here. There we go. Uh, okay. Think we're all good. So today, more new things to play with. I recently ordered a new bundle. It's called Charming Day, and I will be featuring it in my August card class. So I thought this was a good time to come on and show you the stamp set and the dies, and we'll just play with them a little bit so you can see what they are. And if it's something that you think you'd like to play with a little bit more, love to have you order the bundle. You can, we have free shipping on right now till the end of day tomorrow, Friday. So the rest of today and tomorrow still, you can get free shipping on orders of $100 or more. And you could have the bundle to play with for our August card class. Or if you don't have the bundle and it's not something you're looking to purchase right now, you can still join the card class and just pull something from your stash. It's called Charming Day, which doesn't necessarily tell you what's in it, but it's a flower set. Um, Someone said, "How come there's so many flower sets?" And the short answer is because we love them. We love them, we buy them, and there's so much variety in flowers and flower stamps and different designs that they come out with. So even though there's lots of sets with flowers, they're all different, and uh, I'd say all of them are fabulous. I suppose there's a few that aren't exactly to my taste, but there's lots of really awesome ones, and so far I like this one. Haven't played with a whole lot yet, but we're gonna play with it today. So, anything else I need to tell you? August card class. Um, watch for an email about that. I will be getting that out soon. And card club. So the August card club, if you saw my weekly email last week, you saw that for the August Paper Perfection card club, we were going to be using the Painterly Pears suite until we had our July card club and everybody said, we want to do Christmas. So we're going to do Christmas in August and we'll do Painterly Pears in September. And then we'll move back into Christmas for the rest of the fall usually. But so August Paper Perfection Card Club is going to be Christmas. So if that's something you're interested in, you want to get signed up for the Paper Perfection Card Club. $45 in person in Wasaga Beach or shipped to your door. Okay, let's head down to the crafting area and we can get started. So, this is the stamp set. And oh, hi Donna, welcome. Uh, so there's two flower images, some leaves, and then some fabulous sentiments, including happy birthday, right? It's always great when a stamp set has happy birthday because let's face it, we use that one a lot. Thanks for being you. That's fantastic for anything, or you made my day. Can't wait to see you again soon. And then just a hey, which you can send to anyone at any time, and it will become whatever your message is on the inside of your card. So some great sentiments there and some really pretty flowers. The other thing that I really like about this bundle is that the dies, there are dies to cut out these three images, so you can stamp them and die cut them, but there's also dies that cut images that you can use as standalone. Okay, so let me just Let's see, I'll bring in my silicone mat because it's a different color. So there's one of them. I think that kind of would go like that. We have just a single stem flower. We have a single flower bud, and then we have some leaves and a branch with this looks like rose. Do you know when rose hips, I think they're called, when after the rose blooms and all the petals fall off, you're left with that little sort of pod. Can you see that? I think that's what it is. But I'm no expert, so if someone knows otherwise, you can let me know. I'm open to hear. But anyway, so these are also dies in the bundle, and I love that you can use these even without the stamp set. So that is fantastic. Okay, let's play a little bit, but before we get right into that, I'm going to use the happy birthday sentiment for at least one of my cards. Well, probably only one. Um, but I haven't shown you for a while how to mount your stickers. And so I thought I would do that because this is a red rubber stamp set. When you get it, you'll have a full sheet of red rubber, and these stamps just punch out. Okay. And then there is a protective backing on them that you want to remove. Okay. And that is now ready. And then there's also a sheet of stickers that coordinate. So what you are going to do, one side is solid and the other side, I don't know if you can see, if I do this, you'll has a slice in it. Okay. And so on the side with the slice, I'm going to lift off the entire picture of the image, whatever it is, whether it's a sentiment or an image. And I'm going to put that right down onto my clear block. I'm just going to stick this back in the case so I don't lose it. And then you're going to take these protective pieces off of here. I didn't leave a gap there because I wasn't touching that. Let's just pick this up and make sure we don't have any bubbles in there. There we go. So you're going to take off both sides of that. And then I'm going to bring my stamp in. I'm going to flip this over. Just do a little double check that I've got it the right way. You can also tell though, because it won't fit. If you have it upside down, it doesn't fit. You know, this one is almost close, but it does not fit. You can see there's different lumps and bumps in different places than the sticker. And you can see, and you may not be able to see on camera, but I can see through that to see where the edge of that clear sticker is. So it's very easy to push it down onto my stamp, and then you have perfect placement of your sticker on your stamp. Works every time. It is, it's the easiest way that I have found to mount your stickers on your stamps. It's especially good if you have a large one. So for example, for this one where it was quite a large sticker, you put the sticker down on the block and then you bring that to your stamp and it will go and line up perfectly. It's very easy to do. So there you go. There's today's little instant tutorial for you. Okay, where are we going to start? Let's start with this one. So I have I've decided I was going to use Granny Apple Green and Timid Tiger. And this is just basic white. And I'm going to come in with this stamp here and stamp it onto my basic white. So I'm going to use my Granny Apple Green. So usually when I'm inking up a stamp, I would take the stamp to the ink pad, if it's a full-size ink pad. But when I just have the spots, as some of my ink colors are at the cottage, I find it easier to take the ink spot to the stamp. So that's what I did there. And I'm going to put this, I was thinking this one, I wanted to do happy birthday. I probably should have stamped happy birthday first. so that I could, maybe I want to do it this way and then happy birthday could go on the top. I think that might work better. Let's give it a go, shall we? We'll just take our chances. We'll just put this down right about there, shall we say? And we'll see what we get. If it doesn't work, I have a second side of cardstock and I have more cardstock that I can go get. It's just behind me, so it'll all be good. Okay. And maybe I wasn't even going to do happy birthday with that one, but I think we will now at this point because I just kind of arranged that, didn't I? I did pull out the thanks for being you because I thought that was a great one as well, but we'll use that on the next card. So I think, yes, the happy birthday will fit right up here quite nicely. And maybe we'll do that in Timid Tiger, shall we? Okay, so same thing, I'm bringing my ink to the stamp. And I'm doing all this stamping now because if I mess up, I don't want to spend time working on that, only to have to flip it all over. This it's not looking quite straight. I don't know. I haven't ever stamped this, so I'm just going to turn this a little bit because I'm not certain. Hopefully it comes out straight. Again, we will see, right? It's straight-ish. Oh, I probably should have popped that up onto another piece of cardstock, shouldn't I? I could still do that. Well, maybe we'll just carry on for now, shall we? Because I am going to do a little popping up on here. But first, I'm going to come in with Stampin' Blends, Granny Apple Green. This is light, and I was just going to add a little bit of extra color on some of these leaf veins, just to, just give it a little something extra. I didn't want to color the whole thing, but I did want to give it a little bit more. So that's super quick and easy. Hey, Judy, welcome. And then we have Timid Tiger, and this is light and dark. So I'm going to start with, I think I'm going to start with just a little bit of dark in the center of the flower here. And just a few little accents around some of the lines of the flower there. And then I'm going to come in with my light Timid Tiger and go over this, and that will just blend that so that there's no harsh lines. It'll just all blend together. I didn't pull out my color lifter, which perhaps I should have, just to give him a little more texture. Yes, okay, I'm just going to grab my color lifter. Talk amongst yourselves. Okay. I often forget about the color lifter, and it's a great way to add a little extra highlight to your image, gives a little more texture, a little more depth. And all you do is you just kind of go over it, your area with your color lifter, and it will lighten that area. So not sure how well that shows up on camera. Can you see? Difficult to see, but because it's fairly subtle, but now there's dark and light orange there. So it's just been textured a little bit, if that makes sense. Okay, then I am going to bring in a piece of scrap paper, and this is one of the dies that cuts just the flower bud. And I'm going to bring in a sponge dauber. And where did my Timid Tiger? Oh, there we go. And my Timid Tiger ink, and I'm just going to add a little bit of sponging to a few places. And again, it's just adding a little bit of extra texture. Can you see that? Sort of, it's a little bit lighter and darker. So that's really all I'm doing there. Just adding a little bit of extra interest to my die cut. Okay, and then we're going to put this on here. Now, this is not a perfect match to what is there, but it kind of goes with. I wonder if we should do a little bit more green on those leaves. I hesitate because I tend to not know when to stop, and then I end up with too much, but I'm thinking they look like they could just use a little bit more. So we're just going to go for it and hope that we like it when it's done. You never know if you don't try, right? You have to kind of play with these things. So that's that's why I call this my crafting adventure, because I bring you guys along for a ride, doing things that quite often I've never done. Hi, Suzette. Yes, it's so nice that you are catching me live. You get to see the adventure as it unfolds. So, as I say, this is not a perfect match. It's not meant truly to do this, but I was thinking that it might work. So I want to put that on there, and I kind of think I want to try and pop it up. I need some itty bitty bits of dimensional to do that, but let's see if we can get, it won't need a lot to hold it because it's quite small, and these guys are quite sticky. But I'm gonna have to trim down some of these, which is almost crazy because they're already cut in half. But yeah, put it there. Now I almost wonder if this leftover bit, I don't think that's, no, that's just a little bit too small. I think I need something a little bit larger than that. Oh, maybe, let's try this. We're doing a bit of an operation on our dimensionals to get just a teeny tiny piece to go right there. Look at that. I would not want to make dozens of these with all these little itty bitty dimensional bits, but we're only making one, so it's all good. There we go. So I got my cottage all closed up this morning, trying to keep the cool in and the heat out. And the main cottage is not too bad right now. It's getting warm in the sunroom here though. So I have to go for a swim after this. Like there. There we go. Hey, I think that works. And now all we need to do is a little bit of assembly. So I have basic white, Timid Tiger, Granny Apple Green, and we're just doing the layer thing here. Oh, I didn't even fold this yet. Standard card base, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Let's put this here. Okay. So, not sure if any of you saw my email earlier today. Mystery Stamping is tonight. I was very late getting it out. The email only went out this morning. I don't know what happened this week, just kind of escaped me. Well, partly because I drove home and I drove back, and I really kind of lose a whole day when I travel, just between packing everything up and loading everything up and driving and unloading and unpacking, and I don't get a lot else done. So that's my story. I'm going to stick with that. But anyway, it was like, oh my goodness, it's mystery stamping day, and I haven't even sent out the bits and pieces. So I did send them this morning. So take a look for that. It's also posted on social media, so you could find it on my Great Stamping with Connie Facebook page. Think about these, the holographic guys. These are so much fun. Holographic resin dots. And they reflect all different colors because they're holographic. Go figure, eh? Just like the name says. 3 sizes, which is kind of fun. I think we could. Sometimes I think the big one looks very large, but I think we're okay because we have a lot of space here. So we'll go with it. There we go. At that. It's I'm as surprised as you sometimes when it works out. So I think that one worked out. I'm going to call that a success. All right, moving on. Going to bring in my scrap paper again, and this time let's play with some of these guys. So I am going to use Highland Heather for the flowers and soft sea foam for the leaves. And I've got my sponge daubers again. So I'm just going to come in. I love sponge daubers for adding color. I wonder, do we want a little green down the bottom of that? We could, couldn't we? Because that is it's like the bottom of a flower, kind of the leafy part. That's a technical term. It's a technical garden term. So any of you garden aficionados can tell me what this part is. And is that all? Okay, should this all be green, this whole thing, and then just this top part is the flower and should be purple? Anyone have any ideas? Anybody? I will. Oh, can you see that? Oh, it's hard to see, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so I've added some green to this one piece, and I'm wondering if these 3 bits are also part of, the green that encompasses a flower bud before it blooms. So should that all be green and then just purple up here? Or what do you think? I'm gonna move over to purple. Give you smart people a moment to tell me your thoughts. And if you don't know, then take a guess, give me an opinion. Should it be purple or should it be green? I wonder if we want green in the flower centers too. Oh, should have done that first. She says, reaching in. Okay, that'll work. The when you sponge dauber these things, it's not perfect. So if you want your flowers perfectly colored, and you don't want green touching where it should only be purple, and you don't want purple where you were trying to have green and stuff, sponge dauber may not be for you. But if you're okay with a little bit more artistic freedom, shall we say, or something, sponge daubers are great fun for daubing in color. Got a little purple on that leaf, but we'll just come in and hit it with some extra soft sea foam. This could be kind of a cool stencil as well if you had it all and you did it all in one place. Okay. So Suzette's not a flower person, so she's no help. But Donna says she thinks it should be green. Okay, Donna, you are the brains of the group this afternoon, so we're going to do it in green. And I think, bottom line, it probably could have been either and it would work, but yes, I think you're correct. I think green is what it should be. It's looking like the flower is blooming out of the leafy bit. So that's that's what we're doing. That's what we've done. Sure, it will all be fine. There. And you can just keep adding color to make it as light or as uh, intense color as you want. But I think I'm going to stop there. Hold it up so everybody can get a little better. Look at that. Fun. I just think that's so much fun. Such a kind of a fun way to add color. It's not, so I say, it is not perfect. And if you like things colored, you know, exactly as they sort of should be in the lines and all that sort of stuff, this technique is not necessarily one for you. But if you're okay with a little bit more hairy fairy, uh, then it's fun. Okay, what's Suzette say here? You love flowers, but you do your own thing. And you know what? That's the beauty of card making, right? It doesn't have to be real colors. It doesn't have to be exactly the way nature creates it. And when you're doing flowers and things, there are no mistakes because nature is always perfect. Okay, so I think I'm going to do the same thing with the leaf sprig. And I don't know whether I want to add one or two or zero, but we'll get this ready. Same thing that we did over for the first card, and that's just add a little bit of sponging to that to give it a little more light and dark tone. So some shading. Okay, we'll stop there on that one. I have another one. I did cut two because I wasn't quite sure exactly what I was going to do. So I have another one if we need that. Okay, so for this card, I have a basic white thick card base, standard size, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4.25. Okay, and then I have a Highland Heather layer and then another basic white layer. And I think we need a sentiment. We're going to do the thanks for being you. So before I stamp that, let's just see where we want this. So if we do this like this, oh, we could be up in the same corner with this. I don't know whether we're going to need extra greenery, maybe for the other one, which I didn't cut card pieces for, so we may or may not get to make a whole card with the other one, but we could do some sponging on it. I didn't get any of that ready, but won't be the first time I've been faking it as I go, will it? Okay, so thanks for being you. I'm gonna put that right there. Okay. This cleaned off. And then again, I think I want to pop this one up. This will be easier to pop up because it's larger than the last one. But let's put this layer down. I'm going to use liquid glue because this is a narrow layer. And if I need to squiggle it into place, you can do that when you use liquid glue. So squiggle, that's actually I guess it's a word we use to mean different things, but I squiggle my paper around on the other layer. How's that? We could even pop this whole thing up. Not sure. Maybe we'll just put it down flat on there. Pop up the flowers. I think that's the way to go. Okay. I'll get this all on here and then I better not mess up the getting the flowers down. It'll be fun. Okay. Now, little dimensionals. I've got some cut in half. I think that they will work okay. That didn't go over the edge. Some people like the mini dimensionals. I haven't fallen in love with them, I'll be honest. I would prefer to cut the full-size dimensionals in half to get the small pieces somehow. Don't ask me how or why, but I find it easier to get the backs off of half a large dimensional than off of a whole small dimensional. I know it doesn't make any sense. I didn't say it made sense. I just said that's that's where I am. So I suppose if I used the small dimensionals more frequently, I would get used to them, but I haven't. They are not quite as thick either. So I like the thickness of these large ones. So if I need a small piece, I just cut it. Works fine. Am I out of the camera? There we go. Sorry about that. A little high, maybe just a smidge about there. There we go. Okay, so this is the first day that I've played with this set. I'm liking it. I do like this set, and I think we're going to use these holographic guys again because they go with the Granny Apple, but they go with the soft sea foam as well. So we'll just use these. Just gonna tuck these in around here. There we go. Okay. So two different color palettes, because we can, because we have lots of colors to choose from with Stampin' Up, and we love that. And two different ways of playing with things. Okay, let me just come back here. Oh, it is definitely getting warm in the craft studio here. Add the spotlight. There we go. Okay, I am back. So there are two cards using the Charming Day bundle. And as I mentioned at the beginning, I will be using this bundle for my August card class. 4 cards, one of each of 4 different designs. And I would be more than happy to send you a kit. You can get it free with a $40 purchase from my online store, or you can purchase just the card kit for $25 and $5 shipping. And then I will send it out to you to your door. So we'll probably do some things like this where I send you die cuts and you will add color, or maybe I'll do them in color. I haven't designed the cards yet, but there will be something with some of the die cuts. Oh, I did show you the single stem die cut. So there's another die cut that we may use as well. So if you don't have the bundle, you could still make the cards. And if anything that is stamped, it would be stamped with flowers. So you can just pull something that you love from your stash. love to have you join our class and hang out and we'll craft together in August. So the flyer for that is not out yet. It is coming, but it is my standard monthly card class. So if you've seen my emails about that before, it's going to look pretty similar, just different bundle that we're using. Okay, that's it for today, everyone. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Have an awesome evening, and we will see you all again really soon. Take care. Bye for now.